please. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We are about to start. Jack, mi piacciono i tuoi calzini, meravigliosi, fantastici. È che qui non si vedono perché non... Signori, iniziamo a sederci per favore che fra qualche minuto cominciamo. Ballo non c'è ancora. Ballo. Ciao. Ecco qua, sì. Dentro. Sì. Dentro. Cominciamo tra qualche minuto, per cui cortesemente sediamoci, prendiamo posto. Benvenuto al sindaco Balloch, in pole position. È pronto col discorso dopo da fare? Sindaco, una domanda sola, italiano o inglese? Italiano, ok. No, perché tutto viene detto in inglese, tutta la cerimonia in inglese, quindi se voleva dire un discorso in inglese, ma per salutare, ok, se no diciamo in italiano. Mi piace che tutti sentono tutte le... Ciao. Dentro, ciao. Dentro, veloce. Ciao, coach. Dentro. Ciao.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Udine, Italy for the draw ceremony of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup 2017. After 3 European Youth Championships in 2014, in 2015 and 2016, in 2017 the region of Friuli, Venezia, Giulia has a great honor to hosting a FIBA World Cup. In just a few months, Udine and Cividale del Friuli will be hosting the top women's basketball talent from 16 countries in the world. The 2015 edition of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup was held in Russia, and so the United States overcome the hosts in a fantastic final. This year, the basketball stars of tomorrow will take the court from 22 to 30 July to battle for the title of World Champions. Let's catch a glimpse of the action we can expect in this short video. We're live. It is possible. Some change. Let's go on, and here's a video. Great action from the 2015 edition of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup and from the FIBA U18 Continental Championship last summer that granted to 16 countries their ticket to Italy, to come to Italy. Let's see together who the teams are for the U19 FIBA World Basketball Championship in 2017. We can go on. I will start to tell the name of the 16 countries with a light presentation. The surprise of the live. Okay, I can go on, tell the name. We will have 16 countries, as I said, Australia, Canada, China, Egypt. Let's see if the presentation can start. It doesn't work, so I can get on. As I said, the 16 countries are Australia, Canada, China, Egypt, France. Here's from Africa, Egypt and Mali. From the Americas, the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and one team who can be announced soon by FIBA. From Asia, China, Japan, and Korea. From Europe, France, Spain, Russia, Latvia, Hungary. From the Oceania, Australia, and the hosting country, Italy. I go on, and right now I would like to invite on the stage the host of the event, so the Italian Basketball Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stage to the President of the Regional Basketball Committee of Italian Basketball Federation, Mr. Giovanni Adami.
On behalf of the Italian Basketball Federation, it's an honor and a great pleasure meeting you all at the special moment that it is leading us to the World Basketball Championship Under 19 Women. The countdown to the beginning of the tournament is starting today. It all started a while back when we looked at ourselves and decided that hosting the European Championship was not enough. And with the eccentric Davide Mikalic at the helm, we decided to go for the World Championship. And here we are. We would have not been able to be in this position if it had not been for the great help and support by FIBA, by Italian Basketball Federation, by the local and regional institutions, all the sponsors, the media, and all the volunteers. We are proud to bring to Udine such an important global basketball tournament. This competition is going to be the most important basketball tournament in Italy during 2017, and maybe one of the most important also at the European level. More than 400 players, coaches, team managers, medical staff from 16 different nations are coming to Udine and to Cividale del Friuli. Beyond being a sporting competition, the tournament will serve as a driver for future generation of basketball players, especially women from Udine and from Friuli Venezia Giulia. Our aim will to reach out a wider audience of young people and teach them the game and the real values of basketball. The other night I was listening on my radio to Glory Days, a song written by Bruce Springsteen. The lyrics of the song begin with two old school friends talking about their sporting memories from their younger days as the best memories of all. My and our hope is that each player from whatever part of the world will be able to remember her days in Udine and in Cividale del Friuli as her glory days. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni Adami, the President of the Regional Committee of the Italian Basketball Federation. Of course, bringing a World Cup to Udine and to Cividale del Friuli requires a strong support by the institutions. The Friuli Venezia Giulia region has believed in the project and has made it possible to bring the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup to Udine. The Vice President of the region, Mr. Sergio Bolzonello, has prepared a short message for this important occasion. And about Mr. Bolzonello, we now can see his message.
Un caloroso benvenuto agli amici della FIBA qui in Friuli Venezia Giulia per il sorteggio dei mondiali Under 19. Un benvenuto in questa terra che è una terra ospitale, una terra di confine, ma che ha grandi attrattive da proporre agli ospiti che vengono a trovarci, e queste attrattive verranno riproposte al mondo proprio grazie a questi mondiali Under 19. E quindi A me non resta che dirvi grazie per la vostra presenza, scusarmi per la mia non presenza in quanto impegnato in altre attività istituzionali e nello stesso tempo fare un grande in bocca al lupo a tutte le squadre, ma in particolare, scusate la parte nazionalista, patriottica, all'Italia.
Thanks to Mr. Sergio Bolzonello, speaking in Italian, and said welcome to this hospitality land, plenty of attractiveness, and to offer to the guest, and he said good luck, and he wishes all the best to all the 16 teams. Now the tournament will take place in Udine and Cividale del Friuli. The mayor of the city of Udine, Mr. Furio Onsel, cannot attend to this presentation, but for sure he will be present during the tournament in the arenas to support the teams and, of course, the Italian national basketball team. Among us, we have the mayor of the city of Cividale del Friuli, Mr. Stefano Balloch, and I would like to invite him on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very glad to give you a warm welcome of my part and my town. Cividale del Friuli was described in 2011 in the World Heritage List of UNESCO, and in the same time we have built an important sporting area. I hope that you can enjoy your time in Friuli and in Cividale, and I hope that you can see a new part of Italy where not only the sport but the culture of our town can see in your heart for all the time that you will be in Italy. I hope that the Women Basketball Cup can play join time in Friuli and in Udine and in my town. Thank you for the short.
Thank you very much to Mr. Stefano Balloch, the mayor of the city of Cividale del Friuli. Of course, we look forward to this summer and to the results of the draw to know which team will face each other already in the first round of the championship. But before to move to this part, we would like to officially present the event and its official logo. And we prepared a light performance. Please, take a look. Great performance indeed. After this great performance, it's a pleasure for me to invite on the stage the representative FIBA, Mr. Ashley Malcolm Green, Sport and Competition Manager of the event. Welcome on the stage. Thank you for being here, Ashley. Thank you for your work, your support. We are connected to the world.
Yes, we are, indeed. It's a great pleasure to be here in Udine today. Mr. Adami, Mayor of Cividale, Mr. Balak, distinguished guest, thank you very much for attending this great milestone in the road to the U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. For those who follow us since a few years at FIBA, you might know and you might have noticed that the name of the event has changed. It's a small detail maybe, but it's not a World Championship anymore. It's not a U19 World Championship. What we're talking about today, it's really U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. Why the small change in words? Well, simply because we wanted to align this event with our top event, which obviously is the World Cup, La Copa del Mondo. So while the FIBA Basketball World Cup will take place in 2019 in China, our youth events, so U17 and U19, both boys and girls, men and women, we wanted to align them with the same naming. So it's a great pleasure today to be also able to officially unveil this change in naming that was just confirmed a couple of days ago from the FIBA Central Board. It's a great pleasure to be here, as I said. I would like to thank once again the Italian Basketball Federation and its regional committee of Friuli Venezia Giulia for hosting this event, putting the resources, the effort, and also, finding the financial resources, the staffing, and all the support to hold an event like this, which we strongly believe in. Also, at the same time, thank you very much to Regione Friuli Venezia Giulia for constantly, I would say, for at least the last 4 years, if not more, being interested in hosting FIBA events at the European level and now at the world level. And thank you to the cities of Udine and Cividale del Friuli for wanting us here and supporting us from here to 22 to 30 July this summer.
And actually, how important is for FIBA and for you the experience of the LOC, who works in 3 important international events in the past 3 years, and then we are connected to the world, as I said before.
Yes, as I said, I think it's an added value. We've, as one FIBA with our office in Munich, we are constantly in contact, and we know the work that has been done by the federation, by the LOC, the local organizing committee, in the last 3 years, with a U20 women, then a U20 men in Lignano, then a U16 women last year. So it was only natural for us to be here, following your candidature to host the U19 Women's Basketball World Cup, to be here and follow this path and this progress also for you, and award the event to Italy, to this region, who is really, I think, has a great passion for basketball, is looking forward to also have, I think, club basketball at the top level again, as it was in the past, and take the opportunity of enjoying these events in the summer to really build support and passion in the people, in the city, and have fun, which is the most important thing, and also what we like to say this summer, really enjoy, see in action what we consider the stars of tomorrow, because the players that we will be seeing here this summer, and it's the same players that will be leading their national teams in qualifiers, in top competition at the senior level, and in their clubs worldwide.
Thank you, Mr. Green, and we are now at draw presentation. How it works on today?
Okay, so we're getting close to the interesting part. On my right side here, it's fine. We have 16 teams. You've seen them before, even with a little bit of trouble, but I think you caught the idea, and we'll repeat it again. So we have 16 teams qualified from the different continents, and obviously in addition to the host of Italy. So we have 5 teams from Europe, 4 teams from the Americas, One of them will be announced soon by FIBA. 3 teams from Asia, 2 teams from Africa, and as I said, the host Italy, and Oceania, obviously with Australia. Those 16 teams are, well, in these pots on my right side, these are what we call pots, so pots 1 to 4, 4 teams in each. In pot 1, we have USA, Australia, France, and Spain. In pot 2, Italy, Russia, Latvia, and Hungary. Pot 3, it's Canada, Puerto Rico, China, and Japan. And I will explain why you're only seeing 2 balls in the pot. And in pot 4, America's to be announced, Korea, Egypt, and Mali. This is on the right side. On the left side, we will also be drawing numbers in the group. What does it mean? It means when we will draw a team in group A, then we will immediately assign a number from 1 to 4 to that team. This allows us to have pairings of the games in the group phase, and obviously mixing pairings in those games and not having always the same numbers and the same teams playing. I will quickly mention the exceptions for the draw principles, and then we will go into detail during the draw. As we said, we have 2 teams in pot 3 from the Americas, Puerto Rico and Canada. Those teams will not be able to play for geographical principles with the United States, so we will draw them accordingly afterwards. The same goes with Team Americas to be announced in pot 4. Automatically, they will go in the only group without American teams. And then Korea, also in pot 4, will be drawn in one of the 2 groups that do not have either China or Japan, therefore the other Asian team. I think that summarizes it. So we'll look into detail afterwards. But I think we have some guests, some good friends.
We have 3 special, very special guests, and now I present the first special guest is a true legend of Italian basketball. He won titles, he won Olympic medals. He was my former teammate, most of all,
Okay.
and I want to invite on the stage my good friend, Giacomo Galanda.
Good morning, everyone.
So Jack, I saw we were teammates when we were a child. Since that period, you raised up a great career, and I think you are the best person to explain to the world, we are connected to the world, you are the best person to explain how it is to be a freelance guy who goes playing basketball all over the world.
Okay, talking about glory days, we said, huh? Right, John? We were really teammates back in the years, and you brought up a great part of my life, because I started playing here in Friuli, in Udine. I grew up here, and all my youth was spent here. I grew up learning mental strength, hard work, and toughness. These are the principles that every single Friulano has in his whole life. And this was very important for my career. This is a special part of Italy. We live close to the border, so we kind of have a special feeling with also with Austria, with Slovenia, with Croatia, with different countries that sort of make part of our history. This is a special land that has always been an historical specific spot. And we have to rediscover this part ourselves as Friulani. And just by seeing the logo of the World Cup, for me, is a great honor to be here and to be like close to this logo, because it represents like the Imperial Eagle. The Imperial Eagle that it's an honor for us, and is always in our hearts. So I really have the honor to be here in my own town, in my own land, and for me it's a great honor to be a guest tonight. So good luck to all the federation, to all the teams, to all the players, and thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jack. Please take your place. The second very special guest I would like to invite on the stage is another true legend of Italian basketball, Miss Mara Fulling. I know she lived in Udine too. Mara.
Buongiorno, io
We speak in Italian.
italiano.
Sappiamo che Mara ha vissuto a Udine, la sua famiglia per tanto tempo è stata qui, quindi hai anche tu conosciuto come Jack il mondo della pallacanestro internazionale e penso che di aneddoti ne hai tantissimi, il momento magari più bello qual è stato, vestendo la maglia azzurra.
Beh, vestendo la maglia azzurra sicuramente il ricordo che mi viene sempre in mente è la partecipazione alle 2 Olimpiadi. Però ogni volta veramente che si veste la maglia azzurra e rappresenti la tua nazione c'è sempre l'emozione in qualsiasi competizione.
Giocheranno le ragazze under 19, hai dei ricordi di quando, di qualche mese fa?
Qualche mese fa, sì. Ho dei ricordi, certo, di tutti i campionati europei giovanili, ma soprattutto la cosa bella che rimane nell'attività è che ancora oggi siamo amiche tra compagni di squadra, riusciamo a essere ancora in contatto e quindi questo è quello che veramente ti lascia lo sport, l'amicizia, dei valori che vanno oltre ogni cosa.
Grazie a Mara Fulling.
Grazie.
Chiedo di thank you Mara. And the third important guest is simply one of the most beautiful Italian girls, and most of all, she is a basketball player, Miss Alice Sabatini.
Good morning, everyone. Buongiorno.
Ciao Alice, welcome on the stage. We will speak in Italian.
Yeah.
Alice, ho detto, sei una delle ragazze più belle d'Italia, sei stata Miss Italia nel 2015, ma sei soprattutto una giocatrice di basket.
Assolutamente sì, ho giocato 8 anni, per me è lo sport più bello che esista, non ho giocato ai loro livelli purtroppo, mi mangio i gomiti infatti, però come loro amo moltissimo il basket, quindi...
Tu giochi ancora in realtà, quindi...
Sì, gioco ancora in Serie B, sì, sono stata ferma per un anno, ma adesso ho ripreso e cerco di continuare, anche dato tutti gli impegni, lo incastro sempre nelle mie giornate.
Ieri abbiamo fatto delle prove e Alice ci ha raccontato che di tabella dal centro fai sempre canestro.
Assolutamente sì, quello era il mio tiro, non da fuori ma di tabella dalla lunetta. Mi ha dato grandi soddisfazioni quel tiro.
Ha sfidato e battuto Jack, no?
Assolutamente sì.
Ah sì, ti ha battuto, molto bene. Okay. So, Mr. Green, we are
Ready?
great people on the stage. Now it's
Okay, let's do it.
time to go on and start
Let's
the
start.
drawing ceremony.
Thank you.
Have a good luck.
Thank you very much. Mara, Giacomo, thank you very much. Alice. So Mara and Giacomo will be drawing on my right side the teams to their respective group, and Alice will be assigning the group numbers for all of them. So Giacomo, I think you will do pot 1. So USA, Australia, France, and Spain. If everyone is ready, I think we can start. So please. So in Group A,
United States of America.
so USA
USA.
in Group A. Then with number, Alice, please.
Number 3.
With number 3. Thank you very much. Giacomo, second team in pot 1 to Group B.
Spain.
So Spain goes to Group B. So respective number in Group B.
Number 4.
With number 4. Third team in pot 1, again for Giacomo. Goes to Group C.
France.
With Number?
Number 3.
Number 3. And the last team
Should I go?
in Group D. There's only one team left, hopefully.
Australia.
It is Australia. With number?
Number 2.
Number 2. So in Group A, we have the USA. In Group B, we have Spain. In Group C, we have France. And in Group D, we have Australia. Thank you very much. Mara, now you will be drawing pot 2. So in Group A, with the United States.
Italy.
Italy. With number?
Number 4.
Number 4. Second team in pot 2 goes to Group B together with Spain.
Russia.
And it's Russia. With number?
Number 2.
Number 2. We have 2 teams left in pot 2. One is Latvia, the other one is Hungary. So to Group C, together with France, we will have
Latvia.
we'll have Latvia. With number?
Number 2.
Number 2. Last team in pot 2 to Group D, together with Australia.
Hungary.
Hungary. And the last number for this pot, Group D.
Number 1.
Number 1. So the first 2 pots are done. We have in Group A, the United States and the host of Italy. In Group B, it's Russia and Spain. In Group C, it's Latvia and France. In Group D, Hungary and Australia. Now for the third pot, as I mentioned before, we have an exception. So United States is in Group A. Therefore, Canada and Puerto Rico cannot go to Group A, and they can only go to Group B, C, or D. Now we'll put those groups in this pot. Giacomo will be drawing, therefore, Canada. Canada will go to Group
C.
Group C. With group number?
Number 1.
Number 1. Second team, this was Canada. Now we'll be drawing Puerto Rico to either Group B or D.
Group B.
Group B.
Number 1.
With number 1. Giacomo, just for the sake of transparency, maybe we can just show that in the last ball we had Group D.
And it's actually Group
It is
D.
Group D. So that was for the exception in pot 3. Now we have 2 teams left, the Asian, China and Japan. We have Group A and Group C. So to Group A, please.
China.
So it's China.
Number 1.
With number 1, the last team in pot 3 goes to group C. Sorry, to group D with Hungary and Australia.
Japan.
Japan. So to group D. Tough one.
Number 3.
Great. So once again, Group A, currently China, United States, and Italy. Group B, Puerto Rico, Russia, and Spain. Group C, Canada, Latvia, and France. And Group D, Hungary, Australia, Japan. Now we move to pot 4. We said that there is another exception, which is America's TBA. This team will be announced in spring by FIBA. So America's to be announced, TBA, can only go to the group without American teams, and that is Group D. So America's TBA goes to Group D with Hungary, Australia, and Japan, and we'll assign the group number in Group D.
Number 4.
With number 4. Then we have a second exception, which is for Korea. We said that Korea cannot play in the group with Asian teams, so it could not play in Group D, but Group D is concluded, and Group A with China. Therefore, we'll be putting Group B and Group C in this pot. And I will let Mara decide where Korea will be playing.
C.
Korea goes to Group C.
Number 4.
With number 4, we have, well, let's show also the other group.
B.
Which was indeed Group B. Now we have 2 teams left, Egypt and Mali. We have 2 groups left, A and B. So to Group A,
Mali.
so it is Mali.
Number 2.
With number 2. And last but not least, to Group B. Please. Thank you.
Welcome. Egypt.
Egypt, with the last ball of the day, Alice. If we did everything right until now, it will be number
3.
Number 3. Alice, Mara, Giacomo, thank you very much. This concludes the draw ceremony.
Thank you.
Thank you. Francesco,
Grazie.
you can maybe recap the groups.
Yeah, for sure. So let's take a side. In Group A will be China, Mali, USA, and hosting country Italy. In Group B, Puerto Rico, Russia, Egypt, and Spain. In the Group C, Canada, Latvia, France, and Korea. And the Group D, Hungary, Australia, Japan, and the team to be announced by FIBA. Here it is.
I think that's a nice lineup.
Yeah,
I think we can only start counting the days.
for sure.
For you, and for the local organizing committee, for the organization. So lots of work to do. We'll a few months to go, so let's look forward to it. And from our side, and I think from everyone watching, looking forward to be here in Udine and in Cividale from 22 to 30 July this summer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Green. I have to change the rundown because we have the mayor of the city of Udine among us, and I want to invite him on the stage for his greeting. The mayor of the city of Udine, Mr. Fulvio Honsel. Welcome. Mara Fullin, Giacomo Galante.
Buongiorno.
So it's indeed a great pleasure and a privilege, of course, to host such an important basketball event as this female basketball under 21. 19, sorry. 19. Yeah, sorry. Under 19 competition. It's indeed a great opportunity for us. We have here, as it might probably have been mentioned already, we have a very, very long-standing tradition in basketball in this region. The Udine female basketball team won, I think, for 3 times in a row in the 50s or the 40s, in the late 40s, the National League. And since then, we have been always having teams from the city and from the surrounding neighborhoods in our top leagues. And this is also, of course, true for the male, and here I also like to say hello to the coach, and I really congratulate him for his recent successes. But as I said, this tradition is very, very strong also among our students. We have, again, a long-standing tradition in college, junior college competitions. A very, very important moment in our school year is precisely this event. So having here the opportunity of having FIBA and such a competition, I think will be welcomed with great, great pleasure by all our population. And I am sure that not only there will be a large numbers of attendance to all the competitions, but I am also sure that because of our tradition, you know, Udine and Friuli is very hospitable. We have always been very, very kind to our guests. There are lots of interesting food, and there's also wine, but I'm sure that you shouldn't use it, especially if they're under 19. So, we have a lot of interesting places to visit, so it will be for us, and I'm sure for all the visitors, a unique opportunity also from the touristic point of view. So let me thank you again also for this exciting moment. I had never attended a drawing ceremony before, and I enjoyed it very much. So I think this is just an appetizer for what we will be seeing in the coming months. And let me just wish to FIBA and to all the contestants and to all the participants my best wishes of a memorable stay here in Friuli. And of course, thank you very much to the President Adami here of the Regional Federation of Basketball, the regional government that has made this possible, Mr. Mikalic, who is somewhere around and is always very, very active in all the basketball events. He's also the host here. And so a big thank you and a big wish for an exciting summer in Udine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Rimane con noi. Chiudiamo insieme.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Green.
I think we can close. Thank you very much.
The date for this summer, I'm sure it will be a great tournament, for sure. Great teams, and I know that all the people who will come here to Udine and Cividale del Friuli will be our very special guest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you this summer.